Alrighty, hello everybody. It's a bit of a different time today. Hope you are doing well. So, as the title says, I wanted to do a little bit more train building because the last stream went what I think was really well, other than the crash that we had at the end. Um, but yeah, I wanted to build some more trains, and we've got this nice little world that I've generated, kind of this Wild West sort of vibe. So this time I was thinking of doing a bit of a bigger train than what we had before. And to start off, we need our good old train casings. And probably some locometal. I'm not sure. Maybe we'll do the regular kind of, because it's got this kind of rusted iron sort of look to it. So I'll give that a shot. But yeah, I've been editing the past stream, the one with the train stuff that we played around with. And yeah, I think it was a lot of fun. So that's where I am now. And we have to create a new train. Close that, get started. Alrighty, so how do we start this off? I think I can, yep. So let's pick a train from this menu this time. We've got all these different train types that we can pick from. So we can say single axis. I'm not sure. Oh, sorry, not axis, axles. I'm not sure I'm not sure how many I want to do this time around. This is probably going to be a bit of a bigger train. So maybe we need to go for something that's a bit larger. That there's pretty big. I think that's the medium stand. I think that's the one that normally comes with Create. That's a passenger freight. God, there's so many. No axis, quadruple axles. God damn this. You can get one with 6 or with 12 wheels. Hot damn. That is crazy, but I don't think we want to go for that. Let's go for a double, and I think we'll just go for one of these really big ones here. Oh, actually, hang on. We can get the comically large. That's pretty cool. Now, I think I'll just go for the standard. This one here. We'll pick that. I think that's what we already had to begin with. And then from here, I think I need a locometal. I need something that's going to sort of form as the main spine of this thing. I'll probably just go for one of these. Yeah, this looks good. It probably has to come down a little bit further. I've made some tweaks to my mod pack since. It's more stable than it was before. There were a few, I was getting a few frame rate issues last time, but now they've all been resolved. Turns out I didn't have culling. I didn't have occlusion culling turned on. So the whole thing was just rendering everything that was underground, which is not good, not what we want. Okay, so we need to start off with the boilers. And actually, I need some other boilers here. Locometal boilers. I think we'll try some of the different kinds. Yeah, I want to try and alternate these because you get this really nice stripy pattern in here, which I think is really good. So it looks really good to me, I think. And I wonder if we should go for a big long one. Nah, I don't think long looks good there. And I do have some reference pictures that I want to try and use. Okay, there we go. So I think the main thing that gets this thing going. Actually, maybe we can try another bogie. Hang on, let's try one of these. Maybe on this one we give it the big wheels. Can we pick? I don't know how many I want. Probably something like that. Can we get a driver? No, I don't think we can get a driver in here. Interesting. Okay, maybe we just come back to this. So we want axle count 3, standard, driver. Okay, here we go. Are there then drivers in here? No, no, there aren't. Oh, nope, that's that didn't work out. That's not gonna work. Change that up a little bit. Or long. No, I want this to be a long one, I think. I think I want a piston, or maybe pistonless. Yeah, maybe we try a pistonless one. Spaced? Nah, let's not do a spaced. I think that one looks good. We pick this. Oh, I think it needs to be a bit closer. Or maybe this one needs to be a bit further forward. Yeah, let's try that. We break this up. And then, yeah, I think this needs to come forward. Bring it forward like that. This might have to change. I'm trying to get the spacing of the wheels right. Yep. I think maybe, I don't know. Something like that probably. And this one here I think looks good. The next thing I can try and do is set up the slabs. So we need our copycat slabs. Something like that. And Locometal. I think, which one am I going to go for? I think once again we'll go for this dark grayish kind of one. In fact, I can probably just use the one that I already have. Place a few of these down. Yeah, how's everybody going? You're all doing well. This is a little bit annoying that we can see a bit peeking through there. I wonder if there's anything we can do about that. Comes down to the shape of the boilers, I think. Oh yeah, that's true. They're not quite the width of a block, are they? Interesting. Alright, I need... Let me just continue this around here. Place that in. Now, I'm not sure how long this thing's going to be. It kind of needs to get a little bit larger towards the back. Let's extend this a little bit. Yeah, it needs to be a bit bigger towards the back. So I wonder if this is a situation where we like start bringing out the size a little bit. Maybe, we got the vertical slab, so maybe we try some Locometal. Placement is a little bit weird on these things. We place some of this here. Okay. Wait, hang on. This kind of looks good. Maybe? No, it needs to be wider, I think. Yeah, we might need to bring in some of our copycat panels, the layers. Do we have vertical layers? I forgot. I don't think we do. Yeah, there we go. Yep, something like that. And then we plug this in. Something like that, perhaps? Yeah, this part here is kind of irrelevant now. What's the next thing we do? Well, we need to obviously repeat it on the other side. Something like that. Is that how wide it was? No, it needs one more layer. Yep, something like that. Cool. And then I think we'd probably do the main cabin. This is the part where we grab some of our locum metal, the riveted one, I think. Either riveted or slashed. Maybe slashed. Slashed kind of looks good here, I think. Although I think this here probably needs to become a window of sorts. It's kind of out of scale, isn't it? A little out of proportion. Like, okay, if we continued the shape, you'd get the cabin in the back, and then you get like a roof on top. Yeah, let me get the slopes out. Yeah, you get something like that, and then we'd fill this in with black locum metal or something. Something like that. But yeah, it just doesn't quite look right. I think I've got the proportions all off. Hang on. Ah, yeah, I'm forgetting the trim. There's a trim that needs to go down here. I want to go for something like a deep red, perhaps? Maroon, yep. I'll use the same smokebox pattern that I used before. They looked really good. We need the panels. Half panel, half layer. Yep, panels I think is what we had. There we go. Yeah, there we go. There's the texture we're after. This is the part that I suck at though, is coming up with the front. I don't think I got the front on the last train right. I don't think it was quite right. Let's grab out the parts that we had. What was it? It was the... Actually, it's just copycats, isn't it? Yep, so we had this here, and then I think we had the buffers as well. We have buffers on the front. Yeah, I think they're meant to go way lower down. Not that low, though. That's too low. I put these here. Something's not quite right there. I think what we need are those panels again. Copycat layers. Yeah, we need layers. Onions have layers. Yeah, and then I think we just need to make sure that these line up. Or should we elevate it a little bit? Try that. The whole process is really just a matter of trying things out until you're happy. Nope. Now I need a wrench. Does this look any good? Not really. How do they make it look so easy in the YouTube videos? I am not good at this. Perhaps it's kind of more like a... Okay, that's just broken. I need the headstocks. I think these do have to go on the top. Maybe I just don't have this tall enough. Maybe that needs to be taller. 8 p.m. is late for you, Big Rig. It is. It is a little bit later than I normally stream. I just wanted to try out some different times, and also I was working on stuff today. But, welcome, welcome. Hope you're doing well. Not sure if I should run this all the way up to the end or not. It looks a bit awkward when it's all the way up to the end. Yeah, how have you been? Anything exciting? Anything exciting going on in the lives? Yeah, that connects up. I mean, it's kind of looking like a train-ish. What do we think, chat? Looks like a dong on a flat, right? Yep, I can see that. Right, it was so crushing. I wound up just sitting on a couch for 2 days. I know how that feels. I certainly do. Okay, so this would probably be where the doors on the cabin would be. And then I think there'd be another bogey back behind here, perhaps. Let's have a look. Train casing. What do we have access here? To here, rather. I don't know, do we need a bigger? I think we do. I think we do. Railing. This needs to be large. Rock. Railing. I don't understand how this menu works. There's like different ones. Single axles, double axles. There's like single ones and then there's bigger ones. How does this one look? That just looks lopsided. Oh no. All one-on-one coaching sessions followed by an hour-long meeting, followed by a 90-minute interview, then a 5-hour work conference. God dang. No break or even lunch. You gotta eat during the meetings. Assert dominance. Slap that sandwich down on the table. I mean, there's this one. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe it just ends here and then it'll look better once we get the tender going. Yeah, maybe that's what's going on here. It doesn't look very balanced, I will admit. Let's try some headstocks. I think we need the pin on the back, don't we? Plus, yeah, it's this one, isn't it? We chuck these on here, that in the middle, throw these on. Continue that around. Probably something like that, maybe. Okay, and then we need to build the next thing, the tender. What are we going to do for this one? This one's probably going to be a triple axle. That one looks kind of cool. What is that? Oh, they're all kind of fun. Not that one. Try this one. And I think I need to move it back one. Or maybe two. Yeah, I think I need to move it back. Just one. Oh, that's interesting. It retains the bogey that you were gonna pick. We're making trains for shits and giggles, or we're using them to move things around. I think for the time being, it's just for practice and like basically shits and giggles. But then in due time, I'd like to be able to be good at making these and have some designs that I like that I can then move into a survival world and then actually move things around. I think that'd be really cool. I'm just trying to kind of exercise my building skills at the moment because I am evidently rubbish at this. Yeah, I need copycat slabs. Nope. Nope. God damn, those graphics are not Minecraft. Indeed. Indeed, they're pretty good looking. Genie did you and Slade to remake the game. A huge community effort of Genies by the looks of things. Yeah, there's a lot of mods in here. I think the count now is up to 785. It just keeps kind of going up, you know? And I have a problem. I don't know how to make it stop going up. I have an addiction and it's unhealthy. Need those headstocks again. 1, 2, and I think 3. We get the hook on the front. And then the pin on the back. Yep. Nah, I don't like this texture here. We need the... Is it the slashed? I think it's the slashed. Yeah, we can probably try this. Now, I'm not sure what color I'm going to do for the trim for this. Probably just match it. There we go. I don't know. What do we think, chat? I think it's not tall enough. I think that's the real problem that we're having here. Obviously this needs to increase in height. Nah, that doesn't look good. My train anatomy is terrible. Stand by my statement, it looks like a dog. Yeah, you're probably right. Alright, like, are these meant to be closer together? Does the tender need to be, like, right up close? Give it a figure 8. There you go. Something about this section here. Okay, hang on. What if I did a stairs? What if I did stairs on this thing? Oh, much better. That is much better. Holy. Tangly parts. Yeah, and then if we broke this and then gave it what am I looking for? Probably this. It's like a decorative sort of thing. Yeah, maybe that works. Okay, and then I want to do some carriages as well, although I'm running out of track here. I should have made the track longer. What sort of design are we going to go for with the carriage? What colors do you think would work well here, chat? And in the meantime, I'm also going to remember that I need to build a smokestack over here. Smokestack, I'll probably do an oil burner. Dark ocean blue, not ocean green of pollution. Yep, alright, we can do that. Okay, so this is going to be... We're going to go for a deep blue. I shouldn't be using blue metal. I need the dark gray, at the very least, to build the base, and then get rid of all these. Let's have a search here. What have we got? We got blue, lots of things. Do I want to use a wood for this? I do have some blue woods in this pack. Yeah, there's all the blues there. Somewhere in here are some blue woods. Okay, there's some lightish blue woods. Yeah, we could use some strip logs. How deep blue do we want to go? So you said deep ocean blue. I have some train casings here. I like this passenger look. We'll do that. Keep trashing these headstocks and then realizing very quickly that I need them. Get a pin. 2 buffers. There we go. Okay, so for the train casing, for the outside, we can do a couple of things. Let me grab some copycat slabs. That's right. I needed to do walls, didn't I? Okay, so we then need copycat panels. Panels, yep. Okay. Okay, game. Come on. Come on, game. There we go. Okay, so we could do a couple of different wood types. Let me just get a bit of a wall here so we can see what we're doing. Do we... Which slightly darker shade of blue do we want? They're basically the same. I mean, when we look at it on the top, they're kind of different-ish. Probably like the mushroom, actually. Yeah, the right one. Alright, let's do that. Yeah, then we need some windows. What are we going to do for windows, actually? I don't think I have... Do I have some sort of framed glass that would fit this? I mean, we could use the mangrove. Yeah, yeah, we can use the mangrove. Okay, mangrove glass. Mangrove glass. Let's use the one with the shutters because they look really good. And if we're doing the same setup as before, should just be able to... Yeah, okay, so... Yep, this could work. Oops, not that one. Yep, okay, and then that becomes the glass. So we're kind of using this red trim as an accent on this design. I like it. Yeah, I like it. Okay, let's continue building this down. This down here, the middle needs to be solid blocks. So like that can generate coordinated colors. Let me see if I can find it. Ooh, that would be cool. That would be useful. We'll add some details underneath soon enough. I can't remember how I did it on the last train, actually, of putting the carpet in. We had some nice carpets on the last train. Oops, that's rotated around the wrong way. There we go. That's a window. Oh yeah, nice. We take a look at this. Ooh, fancy. Alright, I have to use that on the next train. Click the drop-down menu for a variety of different theming options. Oh, I see, I see. Okay, so if I pick a different color, like deep blue. All right, it generates random. Okay. Thermos. Nope. Yeah, chaos. Complementary. Yeah, okay. These are cool. Looks nice. But when you don't know your color theory, like me, I'm not the greatest, that'll probably come in handy. Okay, and I think we did a double door down here in the middle last time, didn't we? So let's do that again. Ocean sunset. Oh yeah. Kind of got a blue and salmon sort of coloring. Pretty good. And then I need to get the doors in. Sliding doors. Don't think this is going to be the right shade. No, it's not. Train doors. Actually, I think I can just look up door here. We got so many options to choose from. Oh wait, I went at door. No, that's not right. Actually, should we try this again? Here, let's go copycat. Let's grab a copycat folding door. Get on the right side of the train first before we try this. Now that we have some matching colors, so we could do wood like that. And then we need red mushroom furlock. We need blue glass. Or rather, just any sort of glass that would suit the pattern of this. Do striped glass? No, that's being misspelled as striped glass. Try this. Eh, it's not that great, is it? Maybe? Maybe a dark coat glass would work. Oh, black. Not really that dark, is it? We can try it. Maybe it'll look better once we get the roof on. Speaking of which... Yeah, I think ultimately it needed to be taller, but let's just try for this anyway. Need another door. Up a few of these. Two windows, isn't it? Yep, something like that. And then these need to be our stocks. We can grab headstocks. This is a hook on the back. Something like that. And then our sliding door. Yeah, I think it's coming together. Okay, next thing we need is texture it. Oh, actually, that looks way better. Hang on, let's rip these out. Another one of our Bob Ross happy little accidents. Nah, I don't like it at the bottom. If we could find some mangrove to put in here. Instead of the wood, because the wood looks a little goofy. Yeah, okay, let's see if we can find something mangrove. What have we got here? I want something with the two vertical panes, if we can find any. Like the two halves. Oh, surely there's something. Oh, hang on. We could do stripped. The paver here. Let's try that. Yeah, so that doesn't quite work. Or this one. I mean, that actually doesn't look too bad. Can't rotate that. Okay, that's annoying. Yeah, that doesn't look half bad. I'll put that on all the doors. That looks like it's supposed to work. I like it. I think the blue's a little strong. Got a dip, good night, mate. Oh, good. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening or day. Okay, what do we have next? I think we need to do the roof next. I think we can just do that with copycat slopes and slabs. And I'm not exactly sure. Maybe we just go for a grey roof. Gray or tough? I wonder. Yeah, let's try that. One of these and get one of these. I think it'll be easier if I did this with slabs actually. If I pressed the slabs in first. Yeah, there we go, much easier. Actually, I think on the last train I built, it was... I left this at 1 layer, so it kind of had this step up. I'm going to try the 2 layers this time. Yep, okay, and then I'm going to plug these in. We got that side, or we have the top. Like that. Which color looks better for this thing, I think? Probably that one. It's a little bit more toned down. What do we think? Left or right? I think the right one, yeah, I think the right one works better. This one kind of stands out a little bit too much. Oh yeah, maybe running it lengthways as well. Running the texture lengthways might work better. Yep, something like that. Yeah. Neat. Although, I'm not particularly happy with the fact that, like, this here sticks out. That is a little unfortunate. It's not like I could bring this out one and then have that step out one. Yeah, that just looks goofy. I'll have to try and figure out some different dimensions for these things, I think, because that just doesn't look great, I think. Anyway, let's go back to the Locometal doors. I think a sliding door is probably what we need on this. Yep, that looks good. Yeah, something definitely looks off here. I'm not exactly sure what it is. Maybe I need some of those decorative pieces now. We go copycats. We got bite panels, and then I can look for Locometal and grab some of these. If I stick these bite panels in, and then we just have like a... Oh. Okay, never mind. That's because this thing here is not a full block shape. Ah, poop. I forgot about that. Okay, never mind. Cat. Might try for some slices. I don't know what I'm doing at this point, but... I mean, it kind of works. Maybe we do a panel. Or a layer. No, let's do a layer. We can give it some thickness. Yep, that's some sort of contraption. Maybe we could do with some sort of decoration here. Ah, yes. That's how we fill that gap in. That's how we hide that stuff. Look at us go. Yeah, okay. What else do we need? I think it's mostly looking okay. Maybe we can swap this out. Nope. Placement's a bit weird. There we go. Then we set that in and give this some sort of glass texture. What sort of glass should we go for? Maybe this one? Nope, that looks silly. That's reactor glass. No, I don't want that. That's glass. I mean, maybe. What about this stuff? Too dark. Bit too purple, I think, and too big. Maybe we need to try one of these pattern glasses. Could just go simple and pick like that. Yeah, that could work. Doesn't look half bad. Some sort of way to see out the window. Nice. Okay, then in here we need rain controls. Yeah, we need some sort of fire pit, I think. I didn't have a fire pit on the last, or I took it off because it kind of started looking a bit weird. Is there some kind of stove we can use? That one's already lit. Deep slate. Yeah, I think that's just going to kind of look a little weird. There we go. That looks like it'll work better. Train controls can then come up here on the top. We need a seat. Kelp seat. Yep, that'll do. And I think that'll be everything. Yeah. I feel like we need something here, but anyway. Oh, right. Train casing. Very important. Absolutely forgot it. I think we need some sort of stair in here. Oops, nope. Yeah, give it a little bit of thickness. We'll do the same thing for this one. Oops. Could work. Keep breaking that. I don't know why I'm breaking that. It is a little bit awkward that we can't quite get blocks to come down low enough. But I think it's gonna have to do. Alright, should we glue this together now? Bust out the super glue. Now, I think we need to grab that. I think that works. Oops. Okay, now we need to do the same thing on here. So we grab the two corners. Make sure they're all connected. Glue them together. And then lastly, grab this corner. Oh, actually, that's not connected. I just disconnected that. Whoops. Grab this corner and grab this corner. And then we can break those joining blocks. And then, moment of truth. Assemble. Oh yeah, okay. Is this going to work? No, I left the roof behind. God damn it. Okay, hang on, we need to disassemble the train. Disassemble you. I need to add you to the glue. Connected. There's problem again. Grab you. Need a block. Another. Oh, that's right. We used beams, didn't we? Copycat beams. That'll do. Now we can glue that together. And then we need to catch the roof. I think it doesn't even matter here with the roof if it has to be connected or not. It just has to include the bounds. Let's grab that. Grab this. Connect it up. Connect it back up together. Okay, let's try this again. Assemble. Here we go. No. I left the roof back again. Okay. So I guess it does have to be connected. That is interesting. Okay. These two need to actually connect a different way, I think. What does this do? Oh. Okay, that's just gonna... That's not gonna open at all. Okay. I'm just trying to figure out... Okay, can we do special inverted? Normal, manual? How do these work? I guess you can't change the direction that these actually open in. That's kind of weird. And slightly annoying because they're not opening the right way. Oh, and I forgot the seats in the middle. That's okay. I'm not too worried about that. This thing needs to connect. Slope. Can I do upside down sloped layers? Yes, I can. But I'm not going to. I think that would look a little weird. Instead, I'm going to use the slices, vertical slices. I think that'll just be the cheapest way to do it. We connect these together in the corners. And then assemble the train again. No, that hasn't done it. Oh, man. Oh. Wait, hang on. The glue wasn't connected. Hang on, let me disconnect this again. The glue wasn't even connected. If I put a corner in there and corner up here, I could have sworn I connected them. Oh, yeah, you can see, maybe. Yep, these are not part of it. Why am I having so much trouble with this? Alright, let's, oh, wait, no. Yep, you are supposed to do this. I need to connect these together. Yep, now that's all connected, I think. Yeah, I was just highlighting just then what it was. The whole bounds and everything. Okay, let's try this again. So I can break these apart now. Break that off. Did I fix those? Yes, I did. Assemble! Yes! They're blocks. They're solid blocks. Okay, let's try this now. Yes! It works! Heck yeah! We have train! We have long train! Oh, that's really cool. Now, I have this little track that I very hastily put together before stream, so it's going to be a little bit wonky. Like clipping through the sand there. But it works. It actually works. This is cool. Alrighty. Bit of a steep turn here. Oh, there's an emu. We just killed an emu. We killed an emu. Oh, this is so cool. This is really nice. Like, I'm sure the proportions aren't right, and there's issues with the way that it's been assembled, but I am pretty happy with how that's turned out. At least for my second attempt at building a train, or my third attempt rather. Okay, I'm gonna back this thing up. Into this extra space we have here, and I'm gonna get started on the next train. I love that. I love that little bit of extra steam that comes out. All right, the next train I want to build is, let me get this sorted. Let me get my reference pictures up. Okay, this one's going to be interesting. Well, let's start off with one of these, and I need a good picture of this. I think it's just a double. I think it's a two bogie thing. A two axle bogie. Yeah, it is. Okay, so the way. Okay, I can't replicate what I'm trying to build exactly, but I think we can get close. So let's have a look at this. What do we get? Comically large. Nope. Standard. Narrow. Double axles. Yeah, it's a double axle. Closest is probably one of these ones. Let's pick that. And then I need a nice orange color for this. I'm wondering, should I use concrete for the coloring of this? It's an anti-block. No, I don't want an anti-block. I think concrete's probably the best color option we have. Orange concrete. It's more of a sun. A little bit more yellow. Not quite that yellow though. Honey? Yeah, actually, it's probably honey. Honey terracotta. It's this color, I think. Yeah, there we go. That's the color I'm after. Alright, then we got pretty dark looking metal. And I think it needs to start off as half panels. And not panels, sorry. Oh no, it is panels. I was thinking layers. By panels as well. Local metal. Probably this one. Okay, so let's start with the base. The wheels come right up to the front. And then we have some panels. We have a headstock. I think it's one of these. Looking at my reference picture. There we go, there's that. And then we need a slab. We got slabs. 2 layers. And then we need factory chevrons, I think they're called. This sort of stuff, but it's not quite that. Factory. This stuff. Oh, actually, it'll probably be under yellow concrete. Sure, chipped will have one. There we go. So we get some warning signs there. And then after that, we need... Oh, this thing, isn't it? Come on. Why are the placements so stubborn? There we go. So I need that. Damn it. This is going to be painful. Hang on. We place this here. Looks kind of something like this. Except the texture kind of goes the other direction. Yeah, that's not really working the way I want it to. I think I need a different local metal texture. Try the slashed. That probably works better for what it's meant to be. Yeah, let's try this. Some slabs go into here. If anyone can guess what train I'm building. See how good you can see how much you know your references to trains. I'll give you a hint. It's a video game train. One you've seen in a video game. Okay, now this is the part where I need to start building the walls of this thing. Yep. More metal on the front. I think we can use the other Locometal texture. There's a vented one here. Yeah, this one. Vented one there. Then slope. Use this slope, I think. Yeah, this is looking good. Like it's okay, this isn't going to be exactly what it's supposed to look like, but it's going to be pretty close. And I think we do 2 slabs. We need a panel. The half panel, rather. Okay, something like that. Then, the fun bit. Okay, slopes will go on the side here. And then on the top, I need some glass. I wonder what glass I should use. I'd like to use, yeah, that kind of glass. Hang on. Something like this. Oops, no, hang on. I mean, yeah, that's technically the right color. Okay, and then I need... Look at this vented stuff again. We can't rotate it, which is slightly annoying. And I think it comes back here. We could probably do a slope. I think this train needed to be wider, but this will be good enough. As long as it's recognizable, I'm happy. Maybe even this can come up there. Nah. Nah. That needed to be a slope. And next. Then I think we use another bogey here. More slabs. And now for the back of the train. How am I going to achieve this? Kind of needs to be piping. Okay, hang on, we can try this. Let's get the top part done first. think this needs to be layered. Copycat layer. Slope layer. Yeah, something like that, I think. Then we put that, we punch that in. Something like that. I think it needs to be shorter. Train needs to be shorter. Put that in there. That up there, yeah, and then the train needs to end there. It looks really good from this angle. I will have to admit. Okay, I think we can use pipes on this end. And then can I... Oh, I really need these pipes to just not connect to each other. Is there a way that you can... Hang on. Fluid pipe. Is there a way that you can get pipes to disconnect from each other? Give them windows. They will not connect to any other adjacent pipe segments. Okay. So what we need to do is give this one a window. Ah, yes. Yes. Oh, actually, and then can we get a lava bucket? Oh god, no, no, no. I need to get lava in there. Get lava in that one. I think I need a fluid. Okay, fluid pipe. It's a pump, isn't it? Mechanical pump. I was looking for fluid pump. Okay, then we need to put these in. We need a tank. Fluid tank. Fill them up with lava. And then we need a gear. A cogwheel. And a creative motor. I think... Oh, that's going the other way. Okay, I need to reverse that. No, wait. I need to swap the direction of that. That's not going to go in, is it? That's because it needs a tank. Okay, we need a tank in here. Yep, that's transporting. Oh. No. Don't tell me these things are only going to be filled. But some of the pipes are only going to be filled if there's fluid going from point A to point B. That's really annoying if that's the case. Can I like fill the pipe? Can the pipe be a storage tank? Yeah, okay, and then if I break that... No! No! Oh, I wanted that to be filled. I need it to be lit. Dang it. Okay. In that case... Let's try a different texture. Like a scorched magma-ish kind of thing. Maybe not. I ripped that off. Oh. It's not quite what I'm after. Nah, I'm just gonna have to go back to this. That's annoying. Alright, whatever. We'll leave that as it is. I need to continue on this roof. Alright, more trains. Yes, we got more trains. See if you can recognize the train that I'm building right now. I had so much fun building trains in the last stream that I just kind of wanted to hop back on and do some more. They're awesome. Locomotive. Nope, locometal is what I want. And then I'm looking for... probably these ones. I can swap the direction on there. Yep, that looks good. Though it's probably more accurate to make them layers. Like that. Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, and then this thing here needs to be some kind of contraption. Object bases. No, I don't want to use any of those. Hey, we're playing Satisfactory now. Hey! You recognize that. Heck yeah. I wanted to build the train from Satisfactory. Welcome, Nessa, to the stream. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're doing well. Copycat. No, not half. Yeah, half panels and the bytes. Yeah, these things kind of get like a thicker bottom. And then I think we need a copycat slice. Been playing Farming Simulator 2026 most of the weekend, and you? I have been editing videos. As who would have thought? What a surprise! But yeah, I've been pretty good. How's the Farming Simulator? Turned a profit yet? I think this here is going to need a trapdoor. Do trapdoors work on trains? Guess we're about to find out. Locometal trapdoor. I assume because there's a locometal trapdoor that it will work. So we hop in like that, and then... I think we need a slope. Slope. And metal. Yeah, this is going to be a very tight squeeze. A shame we can't see out. It's in Farm Simulator. Nice if there was a way we could get this sit out here. Maybe I need to make these slabs instead. Let's try that. Copycat slab. Morning, Ninja. Hello. Everyone's coming in now. What the? Locometal. Whole gang is here. Exactly. Everyone's here. So we do that, and then... yeah, I think we can fit this. So if we do the train controls on the bottom in a seat, we do a nice orange seat. That's the train controls. You sit on here and then you can barely see. Hmm. Let's see how you screw this up. Okay, it's not going to be that bad. How hard could it be? Yeah, that's not quite. Maybe this needs to be a panel instead. Copycat panel. Nope, that's the seat. There we go, there's the panel. And then we texture these. Yay, we can see out the window. Woo! Alright, that is actually kind of cool. From here. What are we doing from here? Only streaming at a time when I'm around again. The stay up usually, yeah. So I'm trying different time zones to stream at, or different times to stream at, rather, I should say. Just to try and get a gauge. Oh god. Wait, no, hang on. This. God dang it, that doesn't connect. Alright, that'll have to do. Yeah, I'm trying different time zones and things. Actually charging my car right now. Nice. Trying different time zones to try and see where the more active viewer base is. Because it does get quite quiet when I normally stream. So I thought, okay, well, obviously I'm going to have to try some different times then. See if I can catch anyone. Level 1, 2, or 3. Let's call it 1. I need a good shot of the rear of the train. I don't know what it... Oh, there's a Lego one. That's cool. I guess... Are these things kind of just at the back? Oh, Asking Ninja, right. My bad, my bad. So I think we get a panel here. Gonna be a little bit tricky to place. There we go. And then I need a good shot of the rear. Damn straight. We can plug that in. Now I gotta do the same thing on this side. Plug that in. I think I can remove these. If I swap them out with the vent texture, it might look better. Yeah, I think that's looking a bit more accurate now. Shame I can't do anything underneath, but you can't because of the block space down here. And then I think I just need some slabs on the back. I demand a bullet train. I could give that a shot. Vent there and grab some locum metal of the grey kind. You know, it could just be this kind. I think that has to be layers. Like that, and then this here probably needs to be something as well. Okay, this is the part. I think we can do some more pipes, but let's try some other things. Let's try gray. Do we have any cool gray parts that we could stick in here? Iron mechanical plow. Hang on. Ooh, this works. Hey, that kind of looks good. I'm not too happy about the way this has turned out here, though. Maybe... Hmm. Kind of like I need slope panels. But I don't think we have any slope panels, which is annoying. Otherwise, I think I just have to extend this out by 1 block. Ooh. Wait, I can do a pipe. I can do a pipe. Copycat pipe. With the vent texture. Oh, yes. Maybe not the vent texture, but we can do something like that. Oh, that looks good. Okay, and then we can do this on the top. That has to be there. That on the top, maybe? Yeah, okay. This is kind of coming together. And then a slab. That looks a little goofy. Unless we can do a slope. Copycat slope. Slope layers. Can't do these like... No, hang on. You can't rotate these, can you? Nope. Dang it. Need spikes on the front. I mean, this... We killed an emu with this thing. We were driving around. And ran into an emu and it flew off. Ads. Australians need that, yeah. Copycat. I think I need some more stairs. Like that. Yep. Maybe even in here we can do stairs. Yeah, it's looking a little thicker. Stairs. Then I need to do the same thing on the other side now. Maybe they could win the war next time. I still can't believe that's a thing. It's so silly. And then we have a headstock, which I completely forgot about. I think it's this thing here. Yep, that looks like it. So we color that in. This needs to be stairs as well. Then I need something else to go in here. Maybe it's a bite. Corner slice. That's probably what we need. It's a little odd, but it might work. It might do the job. I'm not a fan of how this is doing this weird Z fighting thing. Oh, but I don't have any other block spaces. Okay, that's just gonna have to be how it is. Alright. What do we think of this? How good does... Actually, hang on. We can do one more thing here. Grab some white concrete. There we go, there's an accent. I don't like how it's doubled here. I think it does need to terminate early. Yeah, okay, this kind of works. It's kind of it. If we assemble this now, I'm gonna need some super glue. Do we have any satisfactory experts in the chat? Can verify how good this build is? Or if it's rubbish. Super glue. Grab this, connect it up there. Push those. Okay, let's see. Does this work? The thruster thingies on the side need to glow. I tried so hard to get them to glow. And I couldn't in the end. But hey, there we go. We haven't left anything behind. We have a train. I can kind of see where we're going. Oh, emus. He ran out of the way. It works. That's actually so cool. I can be proud of something I built. And into the sand we go. I haven't cleaned out this track at all. Heck yeah, we built a satisfactory train. Oh man, this is so cool. Woo! Alright, should we build the carriages next? I'm thinking we can build the carriages next. They look pretty simple to build. I see a problem. Uh-oh. The real satisfactory train runs on one rail. This train is on 2 rails. Yes. We can actually solve that, actually. Let's try and solve that real quick. Sounds like a steam engine. Yeah. I don't think I can solve that one. Yeah, let's back this up. Nope, wait. Nope, that's too far. At some point on this track... Nope, okay, I'm gonna have to go from the other way. Actually, now there's an easier way to do this. I just need my wrench We go there. Okay. Okay, so if I disassemble this, and then we pick up the Axiom mod, and I think I can just box select this. Make sure we grab all the corners. Okay, copy. Now, there are monorails. Monorails. Here we go. They're a little bit strange, but they work. If I then connect this up, actually, let's connect it and then put it over here. And then we create a new train. I need a bogie. Which means we need train casings. Do we have different bogie types for these? I mean, kind of. We kind of do. Okay, hang on. So if I break that... Actually, no, hang on. Train casing. Let's just put these down first. How many blocks away? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's our two things. I'm gonna make a suspended monorail with that. Yes, you absolutely can. I'm gonna bring this up. You can, and then if I even brought up a thing over here, a different elevation. I think we can do different elevations. You could connect this. I said, okay. You can connect this. Connect that up. And then you could even then place... Ah. Let's set up another train. You can either place it on top, or you can place it below, and then build your train out from below. How cool is that? So you can actually have full-on monorails, elevated or what have you. That's super cool. I love this. I love these mods. They are so good. Okay, now if we hop into Axiom and paste the train again. Looks like it's missing some pieces, but that's just the copycat's not quite rendering in. That's fine, that's fine. I think we then make this back one. Yep, and then we hit enter. There we go. And then if I break these and stick them back in. I broke something. It was a slab. Copycat slabs. Boom. Then we can super glue this together again. Assemble train. Actually, no. Disassemble train. Break these. Simple train. Now we should have a monorail version. Hey, look at that. Hey, are you disappointed now? Like, it's not quite diagonally angled like the actual train is, but that's pretty good. I'd say we're doing pretty well. Woo! That's pretty cool. So yeah, if we were doing satisfactory trains in a proper build and stuff, we would definitely be using these things. I think they're kind of expensive though. And don't think I can see the recipe. I think I need another mod to be able to see create mod recipes. I will get that fixed. Yeah. Are you not entertained? I am now entertained. Sweet. Alrighty, so that's that. Let's build the carriage though. So here. How do the carriages look? Are they just... I don't know why I keep getting pictures of Lego ones. Okay, they're fairly simple. Get this one here, and then get rid of all these. I think we need... definitely need a headstock. Heatstock. Headstock. Use one of these. Yeah, they're gonna connect. That's gonna be good. I think this will do. Okay, we need copycat panels. Half panels, and we need slices. Oh, actually, hang on. Cargo. There's a container, isn't there? Yeah, we got shipping containers. Wait a sec. I'm pretty sure we can use these things. Yep, because then they connect. Oh yeah. They connect like that. That's pretty cool. And then I think we just need some of these around the top. Come on. Then we need locometal. Something kind of silvery, I think. This will work. And then we need copycat vertical slices to connect these up here. Maybe we connect these up a little differently. Get that concrete back in. Yeah. I think this is looking good. The only thing I'm not too happy about is the fact that these are not... If I break that though, I'm going to lose this texture. What are we hauling? We are hauling ass. That's what we're hauling. I mean, I suppose we could be hauling anything we want. That's a lot of ass. Time to kick gum and chew ass. And I'm all out of ass. We need some stairs for under here, I think. Yeah, and a slab. I'm not sure how long this thing needs to be. Put a slab there. I want to grab vents from this thing. Kind of a short, stocky thing, isn't it? Come on. Although I think it's longer than that. I'm gonna move this one more. Caves merch. What are we hauling? Ass. Get yours today. Ooh. Ooh, that looks kind of shiny, actually. Wait a minute, I might change the texture out on these guys here. That looks shinier. Bonk. And I think we do some copycat panels. Plug all these in. Ah, okay, this one kind of needs to be a vertical. Like that. Oops. Like that. And I imagine the back looks just like the front. Which would look weird in any other context, so don't be taking that out of context, everyone. Yep, okay, and then we need the hazard stuff again. Oh yeah. Is it meant to have a chamfered edges? This is Minecraft. Can't really do chamfered edges very well. It does, but they need to be like a quarter block, and I don't have quarter block ones. I kind of do actually. Wish I could build like that. I mean, it's all about just trying things out and practicing, is it not? I mean, I haven't had any sort of prior practice to building industrial stuff before. This is the first time I've built anything industrial. And I'm literally just throwing things at the wall and seeing if it works. Oops. There we go. Kinda working, I think. The middle. What are we gonna do for the middle? Probably just... Nah, that needs to... needs to stay. This... I've had an idea. Yeah, it's flexing off me. It's not meant to be like that. Now I see it. It's not meant to be like that. I swear. Okay, there we go. And then we have... Oh, we need the verticals. Needs orange paint. I know. I think that's the one thing I'm not going to be able to do on this build is the orange paint on the tops. Which is a little bit unfortunate. I'm a bit sad about that. And then we need... Whoops. This here kind of doesn't work, does it? Kind of more needs to be here. We need that there. This then goes there. That's more the pattern it needs to be. And then you're gonna force me to make chains for Hytale, spin up a Minecraft server just to build monorails. I invite you, build in Minecraft. We got way more mods here. I think I'm gonna have to break into this. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that. I can build a little bit in here. Can we do... Can we do the bites? I'm gonna use bites in here. No, because they connect. So I would need to find a texture. I need to find a texture that... Come on. God. Oh my god. Sure. I need to find a texture that kind of has the little square patterns on the bottom. And I can also fit one of these in. Texture these up. Oh, I know. Locometal. There is... These things. Actually, oh... No, we can't put these in. Okay. I mean, it works, I guess. And then, can I do steel? Do we have any sort of industrial steel? Industrial? Yeah, we do. Oh, wait, hang on. They... Ooh, wait a sec. Make those up. These stay as squares. Oh, yeah, that looks nice. Okay, now we just need to repeat the pattern on this side. Oh boy, how do we do that? What are these? We needed height and slab. That was a full block. Yep. Okay. And then full block in the middle on the slab. Yep, there we go. Need a symmetry mod. I do. Symmetry would be very cool. I think for the most part, this is looking decent. I'm not happy how these things don't connect. Maybe we need to try something a little... Try a bit of a different approach. Yeah, I think this looks much better. Oh, yes, that looks much better. Dang it. And we just lost that piece. Copycat panels, half panels. Looking good. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, yeah. We need your face on this side. Oh, no. And then we break these. And we can reach these all the way to the end. This part's gonna be fun to build. I need to aim for the little pixels. Actually, double layered thick here actually doesn't look too bad. Unless I need to do something on the top. Just looking at my reference pictures. Does anything go on the top? I can't, there's no pictures of the top of these things on Google. What the heck? Nobody looks at these trains. Actually no, it doesn't, not really. There's not. Okay, so I can do this all the way across. And then we can... Oh. 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 Oh, it looks so good. And then... I think we can't put these shipping containers in. Okay, should we? Yeah, we should definitely look for another texture, I think. Do we have any other better textures to use? Real quick, let me just finish this off. Like these little things here. Oops. Keeps it in place. Yeah, I think there's better textures we can use that are going to be a little bit more accurate. So for example, if I lay down some slabs and then we went for something like, let's color search. We got orange. Do we have any orange textures that are, oh, the wall might work. Kind of got like a ribbed sandstone pillar. Got like a ribbed texture. Oh, simple red sandstone pillar. Like this kind of texture. I mean, maybe. And then we get a simple pillar. What color is the default? You know, like a purpley color, isn't it? None of these. Okay, what pillars do we have access to? Kind of like a lavenderish blue kind of color. Ribs, let's not go there. You know what I mean. Maybe. We got these pillars. I like those. Yeah, it's kind of like this color. It'd be nice if we could get that in the same pattern. But like that kind of works, right? Yeah. That's looking a little more like it. But are there any other... What color is this? Hang on. I don't think we can get the tags. Light blue. Terracotta. Oh, that's hard to see. Oh, it's grey, it says. I don't think it's grey. Azurene's a little too strong. I got this pattern here. Oh, hang on, wait, we got some slabs here. I need that, but a little bit more blue. Yeah, I forgot about the planks. Umbran. Hang on. Umbran. Vertical Umbran. Wait a sec, this might be it, chat. Oh, yeah, that's it, that's it. That is it. I think that works. What do we think? That's it. Yeah, that's got to be it. Okay, so let's apply this now to the whole thing. Okay, so this comes down the middle. It was cool without the blocks in there, like just the frame looks neat. These go in. That comes across. There we go. There's the cargo wagon. Anything else on the top that I'm missing? Kind of got this other texture on the top, doesn't it? Maybe we can change these out with something else. Actually, yeah, we can. We can use the bites. Copycat bites. And then we Need something orange that kind of has that. I think the term is trussel. Yellow on black has a stripes. I don't think that's it. Yellow on black has a stripes. It's not this. No, it's not that. I don't like this, but it's got the trapezoids in it. Or am I being too nitpicky? Real orange concrete. Yeah, orange grill. Let's use those. It's kind of like that. Maybe picking all the nits. Does this connect? Nope. Actually, hang on. Copycat slab. We don't even need to worry about the two sides here. We can just chuck these straight in like that. Eh. I don't know. Oh, actually, I know what it's missing. Yeah, okay, hang on. Industrial. Missing these things. I completely forgot I had these things. Except I don't think I can... Nope. These railings, I'm not gonna... Oh, dang it. Hang on. Industrial. There's gotta be some sort of parts we can stick in here. Flats? Not really flats. I mean, that kind of works. I do think I want these back, though. Yeah, if only these things could go vertically. They could fit here. Yeah. Maybe. Maybe not. Probably good enough. Love how I search for orange and I just get a whole bunch of food. Maybe I'd have to design my own textures and retexture one of the blocks to use connected textures for this truss idea I have. Yeah, there's no textures for it. I think that looks pretty good though. Then what we could do is copy this. Enough now, build the fluid wagon. You demand too much of me. I don't think I could do the fluid wagon right now. Besides, I think I'm running out of, or just about out of time. Maybe in the next stream. Next Minecraft one. Okay, let's copy that. Ending already. Yeah, it was gonna be a bit of a short one today. But perhaps I'll do a big one another time. If you all enjoyed it, I'd be happy to do more. Do let me know if you enjoyed it. Place that there. Just chill. I've got free time around this time. That's good. That's good. Yeah. Okay. Let's get this super glued. Super glue. I think I can just stick that there now. We got so many more bits and pieces hanging around. Oh, actually, hang on. Copycat. I want to grab this corner slice. Just this tiny little corner piece here might help connect everything together a bit more. It's subtle, but it's all the little details that really count. You actually have storage in that car. I do not... Oh, actually, I just noticed. I forgot to do the vertical pieces here. I don't have storage in this one, but I could very easily put some in. Like if I broke into here and replaced the middle of this section with vaults from the create mod, then absolutely, that would then store items. You'd have to probably replace one of these side pieces. Yeah, you know what? Let's do that. Let's break this. Like you could grab the vault here. That connects up. So that's now storage. And then you can do yeah, what it's called. Not an interactor. And we can ponder this. That looks pretty broken. Portable storage interface. That's what it's called. Okay, and we'll probably just do the industrial iron one. Okay, so you put that thing in there. That will now connect. Maybe I'll do it on this side so we keep the texture. Yep, but that'll now connect. I can do the same thing over here. Vault. And then when this pulls up to a station and you have another one of these in the station, they can then transfer items between each other. Connect that up. Oh, I forgot these as well. I forgot a lot of things. Look at panels. Yeah, I'm gonna rip this out. I think we'll do this texture instead. Did you mirror that to the other side? I kind of don't want to, just for the sake of taking screenshots. I think it looks good the way this is. Hang on, I'm making a mess of this. Copycat, and I need the corner slice. want to slice for here. Put that together. This way I finally won't have to do that weird gimmick with the whole place blocks, connect them up, super glue them, and then destroy the blocks. Did I get all of those? Yep, looks like I did. That looks good. Hang on. Yep, there we go. Just double check the last bit of details in here. Yep, we forgot a bit here at the back. Nice. I think we're ready. Glue these two corners together. Alright, let's try it. Assemble train. Fingers crossed I didn't leave anything behind. Oh, it works. And there it is, chat. We're playing Satisfactory in Minecraft. That actually looks really convincing. Holy crap. I'm actually really proud of that. There's a guy on YouTube, I think his name's Polar T or something like that. Polar. He's trying to recreate Satisfactory in Minecraft by like building entire structures and things. Maybe I need to send him this train and he can have the trains for it. This is actually really sick. I love the amount of detail I managed to get in here. Oh, that is cool. That genuinely looks like the Satisfactory carriages. Also, no, we don't build the fluid wagons because they're not good. They don't work. Barrel the fluids instead. Package. Although I think they just had an update that might have fixed that. But yeah, there we go. I'm really happy with that. That is awesome. Now you need the cursed train signals. Oh man, maybe another time. I think today was good. I think we did pretty well. But I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you all so much for watching. If you have any more ideas for things I can build in the future, let me know. The next stream will be on Wednesday. It'll be back to Factorio. And we've got a lot of things to be doing there. Mostly to do with scrapping, I think. Scrapping and biters. We somehow have to handle the biters, so... That's going to be fun. But yeah, until then, thank you all so much for watching. After stream, check out my Farming Sim 2026 screenshots. I will. I'll check them out. Thank you, thank you. Yeah. I think this looked really good. Yeah, there's some screenshots. I'll post those later in the Discord server. Alright, thanks everyone for hanging around. Good to see you all, good to chat. It's been fun. Heck yeah. I will catch you in the next stream. See ya.